When you load up a brand new game of Don't Starve Shipwrecked, your first goal will most likely be to craft yourself a raft and escape your starting island. And that's cool and all, but what if we just couldn't do that? How long could we survive if we just pretended that the seafaring tab didn't exist, and we were doomed to live on our starting island for our entire shipwrecked career? Well, let's load into a brand new default shipwrecked world with our boy Wilson to find out. Day 1 goes a lot like Day 1 usually goes in a shipwreck challenge run, scrambling around to soak up all the resources we possibly can. Except this time, vines and bamboo are pretty much useless to us, since their only use at this point in the game would be to make the superior bamboo raft, since nobody wants to be caught dead sailing the seas with the poopmobile that is the log raft. Anyways, right, the challenge. Well, while we run around collecting stuff, let me share with you my worries for this run. The first and biggest obstacle we will face is flint. Unless we miraculously survive until dry season, flint, and in conjunction rocks, are non-renewable. The amount of flint we have on this island is the amount of flint we will have for the remainder of this run, unless we make it to dry season, which is highly unlikely. This means that resources like logs, bamboo, vines, sand, really anything that requires a tool to collect, will be non-renewable. The only renewable crafting resources at our disposal will be grass and twigs, since the only time they won't regrow will be during dry season when they wither, and by then we will be getting tons of flint anyway. What about gold? Well, we may not have found any gold rocks on our starting island, but I had a very sneaky plan to get some gold. Don't you worry. As for food, well, food has never been a huge problem in Shipwrecked. The trees give me bananas and eggs, the flowers give me copious amounts of butterflies, and food even grows on rocks. So that's not really my concern. Sanity, on the other hand, well, we'll get to that when we get to it. We end day 1 with a concerning 5 flint in our inventory, but otherwise a very respectable line of resources. We also made a campfire to survive the night, which was really stupid since a torch would have been renewable, but oh well. Day 2. We use up some more of our very limited flint to chop some trees to stockpile logs. And that's when finally, it happens. A parrot pirate drops us a doubloon. Many of you may already know this, but if we manage to collect 3 doubloons, we can make 1 gold, which is enough to get us a science machine. Oh, what do you mean we need a science machine to make gold? Oh no. Well, this just made the run 9 times more complicated. No science machine means no lightning rod. No lightning rod means that we will have no chance of making it through hurricane season. All of the insulating clothing is locked behind traveling to other islands, so that's it, huh? Wait a minute. I've heard reports of people miraculously getting a gold spawn on their starting island, so maybe, just maybe, we can get lucky enough to find a starting island with gold? And so I searched, but I had no luck at all. It seemed to me that gold was never intended to spawn on your starting island, and Clay must have fixed it. So, unfortunately, how long can you survive without making a boat in Shipwrecked? Well, until your first or maybe second hurricane, if you're lucky. But that's if you're playing as Wilson. You see, I wasn't ready to give up on this challenge just yet, and there's one character who makes this run seem possible. That's right. It's time to become an old lady librarian. Wickerbottom has several boons, her book being the most sought after one by a majority of the player base. But for the purpose of this challenge, she carries because of one feature alone, that being that she has a built-in science machine. That means we can make gold from doubloons, which then gives us the ability to make the alchemy engine, the lightning rod, and turn this from a brutal survival challenge where we just buy more time for ourselves into a challenge where we may actually end up thriving. But do we end up thriving? Well, let's drop back in with Wickerbottom this time to find out. Day 1 starts with us vacuuming up everything we can get our hands on, and this island was also an amazing starter island as it had not 1, but 2 wild boar houses. This meant pigskin, meat, and more importantly, poop, which we could use for farms. There was also so much more flint on this island, and we ended the day with 19 whole pieces of flint, as well as some still uncollected flint. It was safe to say that this run was off to a phenomenal start. By day 2, you could tell I wasn't really playing around with this one. Clay gave us an amazing starting island, and I wanted to make the best of it. We collected the remaining flint on the island, giving us a total of 23 flint to float us until dry season, and of course we could grab some emergency flint from the limpet rocks, but those were better as a food source, so we wouldn't do that. We then went around and hammered all the crates and doodads. Tons of boards, ropes, bottles, and canned tuna. Oh yeah, we also obtained our first doubloon today, which was 1 out of the 12 we needed to obtain before hurricane season. Something I didn't mention is that we are kind of on a time limit here. Parrot pirates no longer spawn once hurricane season arrives, meaning our chances of survival lower pretty drastically if we don't luck out and get rich before then. Now look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This challenge was hard. Not because it was physically demanding and had me constantly worried, but because, well, there's not a lot to do in Shipwrecked without leaving your starting island. This was a war of attrition, and as those go, well, they're rather boring. See, you guys are lucky. You'll watch this video, maybe while eating a steaming bowl of sweet potato souffle or something, and after that, you're all good to go. But me? I had to suffer through hours of this. So hey, if you appreciate the wacky and stupid challenges I do, please leave a like and subscribe. It's free, and it's so helpful. Moving back to the challenge now, on day 3 we didn't receive any more doubloons, but we did end the day with a plan to use a shovel to dig up some vines to use as a fuel source, and some saplings to bring closer to our side of the island. No home base yet though. On day 4 we got, surprise surprise, no new doubloons. But our stockpile of fuel and other resources was looking not too bad actually. It was around this time that I also started looking into sand piles. You would think that this challenge, sand piles, would be nearly useless, right? Well, not only can we use the sand to make sand castles, which is one of the only good sources of sanity we have on this island, but they also have a very, and I mean very, low chance to drop gears or doubloons. I'm talking 0.2%. For reference, snake oil, an item infamous for its rarity, has a 0.33% chance to drop. So, yes, we are more likely to get snake oil. But if we got gears, that could mean an icebox. And sand piles will remain a source of doubloons after hurricane season arrives. Albeit, a really horrible one. Day 5 was a day of advancement. Well, limitedly. At this point in the game, you're probably wondering why I haven't made a backpack. And to that I say, I'm a Wilson main, not a Wickerbottom main. I forgot that she can just make those off of the rip. Anyways, we get a crockpot up and running. This would not only see no use, but we would eventually move it, wasting resources. And then we have our first crocodog attack. Now this brings us a dilemma. Remember, flint is a limited resource in this run. This means that every form of weapon is non-renewable. And before you say anything, Hambats would require an alchemy engine. Trust me, I thought of that too. To remedy this, for these early crocodog waves, we're gonna want to use our pig neighbors. This is to save on durability and hopefully float us until dry season, where we can finally make things renewable. You know, if we make it there. On day 6, after much waiting, we finally got it. Our first gold nugget. 1 out of the 4 we needed to survive hurricane season. As for the rain, I had plans to build a palm leaf hut, a structure that provides 100% wetness protection as long as you stand under it. A lightning rod combined with this would lead to us absolutely breezing through hurricane season. Of course, that plan would be easier if you didn't need an alchemy engine to make the palm leaf hut. Oh well, wetness can be dealt with. The lightning is deadlier. Day 7 was here, and today we decided to fully move into the local jungle. This is because pirate parrots, the thing that make this challenge even feasible, only land on jungle turf. And you're crazy if you think I'm wasting flint to move that jungle turf to my base. Today was very profitable though, as we obtained 2 doubloons. We were almost halfway to our requirement. Day 8 was here and we spent it... God, I wish I had more content for you guys. We spent it working on making our little prison into more of a home. Yay! Oh yeah, no doubloons today. And you haven't been seeing me do it much, but I've been digging through a sizable amount of sand piles, and we've had no luck at all getting those doubloons from there. No big deal though, there was still 13 days until hurricane season. We can't get that unlucky, right? The only notable thing to happen on day 9 was that we obtained a venom gland. And believe it or not, this would be very, very useful. Sure, we could keep it as a safety measure for when monsoon season rolls around, but by then we'll be swimming quite literally in the things. But it's also a cheap way of refreshing our spear. If we use a 1% spear to make a poison tip spear, it will go all the way back to 100% durability. I'm sure you already know this, but that's really, really good, especially because we were already down to 13 pieces of flint, and we had no more flint coming until day 60 when the first eruption would occur. So yeah, venom glands will be very valuable for us. Day 10. Nothing notable happened on day 10. But day 11, we did have a crocodile wave get squashed by our neighbors. Oh yeah, and this is where I learned that wild boars are actually territorial, not neutral. What? Olibrius! That's what you get, Olibrius. Why would you punch me? On day 12, Olibrius forgave us for overstepping his boundaries and spent the night chilling with us at base. How cute. On day 13, our money drought seemed to be over. We finally had enough doubloons to make our second gold nugget. Only 2 more to go. Halfway there. But I'm sure you all have noticed we're over halfway done with mild season. Pretty nail-biting, isn't it? So scary. Good thing we got another doubloon today, putting our total doubloon count to 7 out of 12. So close, yet so far. On day 14, we betrayed Olibrius and used him to generate copious amounts of crap. That's a funny way to say that. Anyways, we sent him to the farm upstate after obtaining said doo-doo, and then we used said doo-doo to make ourselves some farmland. This would mean nearly infinite food except for dry season, as birds will drop seeds all year round. Dry season just does that gross thing where crops wither. But honestly, with how things are looking, I would say making it to dry season would be a huge victory in its own. But we did get 1 more doubloon today. Only 4 more to go, and 7 days left. On day 15, we finally got it. Another doubloon. We now had 3 gold nuggets, and only needed 3 more doubloons to make the lightning rod, and be able to make hurricane season survivable. And to give us even more hope, we obtained another doubloon today, leaving us with only 2 left. 2 doubloons in 5 days. That's gonna be easy, right? Right? By day 18, we had 0 luck obtaining any gold doubloons, from both sand piles and parrot pirates. This was looking pretty grim, and to make matters worse, I became a little dumb. Pertinax! You cannot give me cheap shots like that, Pertinax! Pertinax! Pertinax almost killed me. Crap. Our battle truly was legendary. Thought that was a Terrorbeak. I was like, ooh, not really in the mood to fight one of those without armor. Ooh, especially right now. I have 14 health. Okay, he just despawned. Keep the bad monsters away, Mr. Sandcastle. Oh yeah, Sandcastle is actually really good. The Sandcastle may have saved Wickerbottom's sanity, but it certainly didn't save my own. My sandcastle! No! This is so sad. Day 20 was here. Our crops were vibrant. Our stats were looking amazing. But we hadn't received a single doubloon. Hurricane season was tomorrow. And with the parrot pirates gone, we would have to rely on that atrocious 0.2% drop chance from sand piles to save us. We were also down to 9 flint. And shovels cost 2 flint each. Day turned to dusk, and dusk turned to night. It was official. We still only needed 2 doubloons, but things were about to get significantly harder. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Can You Survive Hurricane Season Without a Lightning Rod Challenge. At this point, you may be thinking to yourself, Lotus, you don't need a lightning rod to survive hurricane season. Lightning only does like 10 damage each, and you have a farm, just tank it. Yeah, I would love to, if I wasn't also going to be permanently soaked, insane, blown around by the winds, and exiled from my base in fear of lightning burning it all down. Snakeskin hats are unobtainable because bone shards are unobtainable, plus we need an alchemy engine for a snakeskin hat anyway, and now we were fully at the mercy of that 0.2% drop chance. Honestly, lightning is the only thing I'm scared of when it comes to hurricane season. Sure, torches and fires will go out because of the wind, but peak hurricane season will provide you with enough light to run around torchless anyway. What I am worried about is being struck by lightning as a terror beak approaches me, or getting that fatal double or triple strike that had me on the edge of my seat during my 100 Days of Hurricane Season challenge. So what did end up happening? Well, I'll let you guys listen to live reaction me to enjoy that. Oh yeah, now's a good time to plug my extras channel. If you enjoy this next segment that's coming up, be sure to go over there and subscribe to it as well, because there's a whole lot of that over there. There we go. Okay, hurricane is in full effect. That's good for us. That means we don't even need to make a torch tonight. You may be wondering, oh, how are you going to get away with making no torches tonight? I'll show you. But yeah, you see this? This is how we can survive hurricane season without needing to worry too much about light. It's not fun, it's not pleasant, but it also is going to drain our sanity like no tomorrow. But we'll come out of it a better person. Oh. Alright, let's harvest. This looks like a good harvest. And look at that. Dude, Wickerbottom defeated that nightmare creature with the sheer power of her mind. That is what Wickerbottom has done. So it's nice that we still grow crops. We could definitely still survive here because seagulls still bring seeds to us and the rain makes the crops grow faster. Eggplant. Might actually go ahead and throw a bamboo root on the Barbie. Just so we can dry off a little bit. Remember, this is single player Don't Starve, so, ooh, not good. Do not take hits while you're unarmored to terror beaks. They do a lot of damage. Okay. That'll give us a lot of sanity back. Oh, come on. The 2.5D combat. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So health is our big concern right now. Cooked sweet potatoes I know are better for health. Cooked radishes and cooked carrots. Because radishes, carrots, and sweet potatoes are basically the same exact food. Okay, we got 2 of you. Okay, it gives me something to do. I'm glad for it. We have to be careful because the punching animation is ridiculously long. It's not like Don't Starve Together where I can cancel the punch and do some funny punching animation canceling. No, when you punch in this game, you're locked into like a 5 million second unskippable cutscene. Ooh, oh, that one almost got me. Okay, this gives me something to do. I'm not too mad about this. This gives me content. I can show you guys this without feeling like I'm starving you of content like the majority of this challenge. Oh, great. That's a terror beak. Okay. Ooh, this guy. Wow, 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 wowee, wowee. I need to eat this butter. Okay. That thing does like, what, 45 damage? That was? Oh, yeah, that hurt. Oh, yeah, that hurt. Okay. Suddenly things got real. Oh, we're supposed to be saving our health. You know, I never used to be scared of, I should make a log suit. If we had armor, we could do this just fine. We could even, honestly, like, just punch the terror beak to death. But without armor, it's not worth. Ah, here we go. Now it comes back. Alright, you chill with me. I want your sanity. Antonius and Maximian. We got a hurricane coming, my boys. It's funny, this is kind of like a multi-challenge, because it starts as, hey, can you survive shipwrecked without making a boat? Yes, you can, as long as you play Wickerbottom, so you get the free science machine. And then it becomes, hey, can you survive hurricane season without a lightning rod? You guys still giving me sanity? You guys are. I wonder if I can attract them to me. Yes, I've attracted you to me. Oh wait, no, it's a full... Oh no, it's a full moon! Oh no, this couldn't be any worse! Why didn't I pay attention to the moon cycle? Why did I pay attention to the moon cycle? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We'll be okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. They're already gone. They're already gone. Yes, yes, yes. Why don't you come here, my friend? Why don't you come here, my friend? Alright, I mean, that's kind of a victory. Killing them now does mean we don't have the pigs for crocodile waves. Ooh, the wind almost killed me there. Speak of the devil. Bad luck after bad luck, huh? Okay. We have to forward rush them. Alright. Got another one coming. Darn it. Okay, I've lost, wait. Okay, okay, that's a victory, that's a victory, that's a victory. We took one hit, I'll still claim that as a victory, that works. Wow, that was paid actor lightning right there. Yeah, so... Oof. Okay. I wonder what my body's saturation point is. It's 100, Wicker Bottom. Well, you also just got... Oh, wow. 19. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Chill. Chill. Wait, I don't have any heal. Okay, oh, no. What can we use for healing around here? Flowers. Flowers. Dude, 16 health. Wait a minute. Don't tell me this is how I go out. Is the answer to can you survive hurricane season without a lightning rod? No? Is that the answer? Oh, great. Now there's you. Please just leave me alone. I've been through... And with that, how long can I survive without ever making a boat in Shipwrecked? 25 days. But wait, those of you who main Wickerbottom may know about a book that I forgot about. Birds of the World. It will spawn tons of birds in a circle around you. And yes, this can include parrot pirates. So what if we tried that again with that knowledge? Alright, well, no better time to test it than right now. No. It doesn't spawn pirate parrots! Oh, wait, it does, it does! It does, but they're really rare! I mean, one of them dropped a doubloon. Oh, what's that? We did all that for one extra doubloon. All that. We used, like, all of our sanity for one extra doubloon. Okay, that was a bust. But maybe, just maybe, we'll be lucky enough to get the doubloons this time. I mean, we were so close last time. Okay, I call it. I call it. There's no shot. So, we've only gotten a grand total of 2 doubloons throughout this entire run. Which means I must have been really lucky in my last run. If you are obscenely lucky, then maybe you can get a lightning rod and survive hurricane season, and then theoretically you could live forever. But in practice, the limit seems to be hurricane season. There is one loophole to this challenge though, but I'm going to leave that to you guys to figure out. If you know what character could easily survive Shipwrecked without using the nautical tab at all, leave it in the comments down below. And of course, while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye.